We're here at Internet Retailer 2008 in Chicago, and I'm at the Allurent booth with Graham Grant. And
Howdy.
Graham, hi, welcome. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what Allurent does, and then we're going to talk about the shopping experience and how rich UIs are kind of changing the game.
Okay, sure. So Allurent is a rich UI platform that helps retailers create more engaging experiences online. So whether that is at the end of the cycle around checkout, or whether it's up front of the cycle around more interactive merchandising, or in the middle in terms of understanding exactly which product I'd like to buy the most.
You got it. So what kind of widgets or components do you think are increasing the shopping experience for users right now?
I think you're seeing a lot of experimentation around really more on the merchandising side of things. You'll see, at a very basic level, rotating product images. The carousel on Amazon, for example. I think you're going to see more experimentation around that, trying to get more of the serendipity in the browsing process and create a little more excitement and emotion with that. I think you'll see more of that going forward.
So I've seen a couple examples of your components.
Yeah.
The one that I really like is the Air, the desktop example. Why don't you talk a little bit about that app?
Sure.
And what the client's doing with it? Sure.
So that is we're leveraging the new technology out of Adobe Air. We built what we call a desktop boutique. It's almost a paper catalog, but done digitally and then pushed down to the consumer's site. So it takes advantage of the full processing power of the PC, and then it updates asynchronously. So users get the full experience, a very rich media presentation, and then have the benefits of the web, and then I get all the inventory, and I can check out on the web via the app. So it's a very seamless experience.
So what I really love about it, though, is the filtering.
Yeah.
To be able to sort by the colors and whatnot.
Yeah.
Do you think that retailers can replicate that on the web currently without using a flex-based interface with a technology like Ajax, or is it too difficult?
No, that particular one I think is hard to do. Because that particular treatment with swirling colors and those things, there's so much processing that is happening at that moment. You really need to take advantage of the PC itself. Hard to do over the web, yes, if you have very high broadband, but probably not for everybody. I think there are elements of that application that you should use on the web and sort of changing how people browse, but I think it's a hard thing to replicate exactly online right now.
You got it. So what's next in RIAs for online retailers?
Yeah. Well, I think you're going to see a lot more on the guided navigation side of things. There's that back-end technology that works very well from the Indexes of the world, but then taking advantage of and marrying that with a world-class engagement model for a consumer to make that more appealing. I think you'll see that. As I mentioned, I think you'll see more on the merchandising side of things. Martin and Osa has some neat stuff with the videos and the outfits. Yeah. I think you're going to see a lot more things that are experimentations that way. And the key there isn't, copy that for everybody, because that Martin and Osa experience doesn't make sense for everybody. It's doing something that's relevant for you. So when you and I were talking about Borders, that treatment, their magic shelf, makes sense for them. I'm not suggesting everybody should do it. You should do things that are brand appropriate. So
if someone is jumping into RIAs and wants to do it, what do you suggest? They should target every product straight off the go and do a site-wide RIA implementation, or should start with a microsite, maybe the top 20 products on the site? What's your take?
I think you should be looking to see where the core need you're trying to do. I think when you build it sort of for 5 or 10 products, I think that's limiting. You spend a lot of time doing it, and as your products change, and this is a dynamic world around merchandising, you find yourself like, at what point do I have to throw it away because 5 of those 20 products aren't relevant anymore? So that tends to be, that's okay for a first step to learn, but it does tend to be a waste in the long term, in my opinion. So I think I try and target your big business problem, or where you want to do. Maybe it is a series of decision trees around something, or maybe it's checkout, or maybe it's something else. But I focus there, and then I try and build something that's more reusable, more extensible over time, and not just a simple one-off.
Cool. So I've been talking with Graham Grant from Allurent about RIAs and improving the customer experience for online retailers. Thanks, Graham.
Thanks, Dave.